Hi, this is Daniel Graham, and I am doing my fan production video over the video game League of Legends because I've found that the game has evolved far beyond just its in-game play and has created its own fan community where a lot of people can participate in a lot of cool ways. And right now we're looking at the opening page for the video game, and as you can see there's a little news feed here and also a sort of status bar to let you know if the servers are up. But the news bar is really cool because it lets you know about events going on in the game, it lets you know about larger tournaments outside the game, lets you know about updates and all sorts of stuff, and it's really cool. But I'm going to go ahead and log into the game now to show you some of the features and things that they've provided for players to do within the game. And also I'd like to mention right here that this opening screen video that it's showing, they change that on a week-to-week basis just to kind of keep it fresh, and also just to sort of advertise, because they usually show new champions or create something that for an event, just animation and stuff, and it's pretty cool. But I'm gonna log in now so that I can show y'all what exactly is in the game. So what it's gonna bring us to first is the main home page, which has a couple features of sort of different styles. When you first come into it, first you have this spectator mode, and what that is you can go in and actually watch other really high ranked players' games, see what they're doing, kind of see how they play, and it shows you the whole map rather than just the one character, which it would normally show you if you played. You can actually see both sides of the game, both teams doing what they're doing, and then it has this newsreel bar again, which is the same thing, just kind of has things that they've posted, videos that pros have made, just news in the community and stuff like that. And then they have this video bar, which has sort of tutorial videos, and it has videos called spotlights, and it's basically just videos that Riot makes to kind of keep people up to date on what's happening and sort of advertise things that are coming up. It's pretty cool. And then it also has this featured items bar, which is just new things that they've put in the store. They're kind of trying to get you to buy them. And on the bottom of your screen you have your friends list, so that you can keep up with people in game, send them messages. All you have to do is click and it goes, so that way you can keep up with everyone. And you can also ignore people. And it also has a chat room for just all players in the game, so that you can kind of ask other people if you want to create a game or try to find out different strategies are viable. And it has a notification area right here for if you get a friend request or things like that. But now I'm just going to go hop in and show you all the different kind of ways you can play now, because they've added a lot of different styles. First, it's the classic Summoner's Rift, which you can do with 3 different styles, but basically it's ranked or unranked. And unranked is more for practice, ranked is when you get more serious. And then it has a 3v3 version, Dominion, which is a totally different style of game and map, and then ARAM, which is all random, all mid, where it's just 2 teams going up one lane trying to beat each other. It has a co-op versus AI for the 2 modes, Classic and Dominion, which allows you to practice against computers with other people. Custom is where you can create your own game and invite other people to it, or make it public so that anyone can join. And then it just has tutorials for if you're new to the game and you need to get a rundown on everything. But now I'm gonna switch over to the store. And in the store they have only pretty much things that you can buy in-game, for your in-game play, such as new champions, new skins, and skins are just sort of a new aesthetic look for your champion that you can buy. And it has runes, which are things that boost your stats in game, boosts, which like increase the amount of experience you gain from winning or losing, and then just bundles is like tons of different like just sort of packages, and other includes well, other just like I guess promotions or special skins and stuff like that. And then I'm going to switch over to what's a summoner's profile, basically, which this is where you can see like everything that's been going on. Like you can see all your some of your match stats right here, and it also has these rating systems for players to rank each other, which allows you to kind of get an idea of how you're doing in the community, like whether people like you or you're a terrible person to be around. And it's a pretty good, I think it's turned out really good, because it allows like players who get ranked to like play well with others. It gets them together, so there's a lot less conflict with players who just want to play. And then it has match history, where you can kind of look up what you've played, and you can see what you did that match. It has champions, where you can go in and look and see that every champion, all the skins you can get for them, their abilities with little tutorial videos, their lore or background, and just tips on what you should do when you're playing them. And you can do that with pretty much any of the champions in here, and you can sort of shorten your search and things like that. But then, as I was talking about earlier, this is where you would use runes, which are basically just in-game stat boosters. Masteries are the same thing, just another way to boost your stats in game. And that's about it for what you can do as far as your profile. They also have this page, which is called the lore page, which basically just tells you all the crazy background stories that they've created for the game in general. As you can see, they've done a lot of different issues for the past like couple months / years for sure. And that's more just like another way that people can like get involved in the community, like another thing for you to read and think about. But now I'm going to show you ways that have developed outside of the community that people still participate in this. So for starters, I'm going to show you the League of Legends homepage. And as you can see, I mean, it's got forums, it's got information on the champions, it's got ladders for the ranked matches so that you can see what's happening in all the levels of ranked. It has that same newsreel and videos posted. And it's also got a couple things on the side for like downloading, if you found a friend and got him started, if you're getting started, if the servers are down, which is usually when tons of people hit the forums because they freak out that the servers are down and want to know why. And you can find out all that here. They're really good at keeping it up to date. They have people constantly like updating it so that everyone knows who's in the community and knows what's going on, rather than just like kind of blowing you off and just doing it at their own pace. They like constantly tell you like, hey, this is what's wrong, this is what's happening, or this is what's about to happen, and you guys should get excited. But here's like all the in-game info, which is just general things that you might want to look up about like how you play. This will bring you to like pro sites and give you information on upcoming pro tournaments and events that you might be interested in watching. Forums are pretty self-explanatory. It's just where players can go and talk about pretty much whatever they want, like irrelevant. It's like somewhat censored, but I mean, as long as you keep it clean, you can pretty much talk about anything you want in the forums. And they have merchandise, which is mostly just kind of shirts and stuffed animals. I'll take a peek at that one real quick, just because it's more of a out-game way to participate. But as you can see, it's just like hats, stuffed animals, shirts, just like ways for you to like kind of represent yourself and be part of the community all the time. And then they also have this media, which is where you can actually go to fan art and like post your own things or post your own videos. I'm just gonna click on the fan art gallery real quick, and as you can see, people have found like tons of ways to participate. Like making a meal that looks like a character, or like photo competition, new artwork. It's all pretty much stuff you can find all over the website, all over the internet, because it's just gotten so popular. But now what I'm going to show you is another way people participate outside and have started their own fan sites. And this fan site is called Champion Select, and what it is basically, it's kind of like a guide to help you play. Like if the other team has picked a champion and you want to counter them, then you'd come here, and it has all the details on like who certain characters are good against, who they're bad against, and who they're good with, which people find really useful because it's a big strategy game. So the fact that you can just come here and find out everything you might want to know about a certain character really fast has really influenced the community. And it also has like sort of guides and tips on how to like build the character, but that would take really long to get into. So instead I'm going to show you another website that's called Pro Builds, and this is a way that pros have actually been giving back to the community. And what they've done is they've created a website where they just post everything that they've done. Like every game that they play, they just post like how they built their character. Like here's a character called Froggen, or a player called Froggen, and this is just like, if you go to him, it shows like all this information about him. You can look up all his rune pages, or you can just go to the specific character and find out exactly what they used and built that game. Like summoner spells, items, how they leveled up their skills, and what runes they used, and what masteries, and things like that. And it's really useful, especially for beginner players. Like the community is pretty tough on beginners if you just kind of try to walk into it. So I feel like this is a great way that they've made it a lot easier for new players to get like into it and not just get trampled on by players who have been around for a while. And the last website I want to show you is something called Twitch TV. And they actually broadcast a lot of live streams, but specifically I'm just going to show you one of the League of Legends streams. Basically you can come here, and there's tons of pros that are always streaming, so you can like find your favorite pro. I'm actually a really big fan of Xpeke, so I'm going to click on this real quick. But what this website, like basically it provides a way for not only pros to make money because of advertisements or if people subscribe, but it also gives the chance for like regular players to watch pros and talk to each other about it in this chat section right here. And usually the chat's kind of like silly or like just kind of talking trash, but sometimes they use it for like questionnaires or just like people get into serious conversations on it about like new things that are happening in the game and what they're doing. And it looks like it might not load, but basically you'd be able to watch him personally play right here. And I find it to be pretty interesting that they've gotten pros have found a way to get like so many people involved.
Behind this silver
and like I said, it shows advertisements so that the pros can make money, and it'll even give you a little info about the pro player down in there. Like it depends on how much they want to write really, but it's their own little bio, and then they put their Twitter and Facebook and stuff, which is just another way that you can go and communicate with them. But I'm just going to show you, this is pretty much what the game looks like when you're playing. You're on a team, and you kind of, this shows like how many kills your team has, how many kills you have, how many deaths, how many assists, just things like that, items, skills. And it's really good to go online and just look at what other people are doing in the community, because it's the only way you learn. And the fact that the pros understand that and have made it so easy for other people to do it, I think it's just a great way that's helped the community grow a lot faster. But that'll be it for my League of Legends fan video. I hope you enjoyed, and